Hello, viewers. Good evening to you. I'm joyfully coming your way today by the waves of Majesty Christian Television Network. We have a special interview at this moment, and we thank you for welcoming us in your homes and in the devices that you are using to watch this broadcast. My name is Apostle Helen Udokenu, and I am serving in NIDOE, Nigeria Diaspora Organization. So I am serving in CEC, the Central Executive Council, Europe. So today we are privileged to be bringing a special person to you who is going to tell us more about what this broadcast is all about. Because our topic today is on the upcoming Diaspora Global Development Conference in UK, being organized by NIDOE worldwide on the 26th to 28th of July. So we have the continental chairman of NIDOE Europe, Honorable Kenneth Gbandi, to throw some lights pertaining to this upcoming event because he is the visionary and we are supporting him to carry along. So, welcome to Majesty Christian Television Network, Continental Chair, Gbandi.
Thank you so much, Ma. It's a privilege to be on your program again.
Speak a little bit loud so that we can hear you, sir.
I say thank you so much, Ma. It's a pleasure to be on your program again.
Wow, that's good, that's good, that's good. It's always honor to have you because you are a very busy man, full of wisdom. So, those of you who are watching this broadcast, remember you can call in on 020 3374 160 in case you want to interact with the Continental Chair of NIDOE Europe, Honorable Kenneth Gbandi. He is on the other side of the line. So, capturing him all the way in Germany. Now, Chair, welcome once again. And I will want you, please, to tell us and tell our listeners about this conference that is coming up on the 26th to 28th in UK, this diaspora. So, Chair, please, tell us about the upcoming event.
Thank you, Madam, very much for having me on your program.
Thank you, sir.
What we are expecting, what we are organizing is the first global conference,
Yeah.
first Diaspora Global Conference, and that target basically development. That is homeland development. How do we in the diaspora, not only in Europe, but the continental diaspora, the global diaspora, how do we come together to set a common goal for the development of our homeland Nigeria? That's what the conference is all about. I said, how do the diaspora, the global diaspora, come together for homeland development? That's what the
Homeland.
conference is all about.
Yes, that's what it's all about. But this is the first of its kind.
Absolutely.
Like we were in a meeting yesterday in our chapter, and they were wondering why did we choose UK for such a huge conference?
Well, it could be any place in Europe. It could be Netherlands. It could be Germany. But for reason of a simple majority, we decided to host it in UK. But it could absolutely be any place in. I said it's just by coincidence that it's in UK. It could be any other place in Europe.
Yeah. So, but then, don't you think that being in UK is like being in the Central?
But don't forget the relationship between UK and Nigeria. We have a very strong relationship, and also we have a very large population of Nigerians in UK. But I think the focus and investment.
Yeah. And I think we also have many Nigerians living in UK?
Absolutely.
So how many people are we supposing to come for this conference?
Well, let's start by looking at what are we expected at the conference. That's the
Yeah.
first. That's the first. I would like to start from there.
Okay.
We have a 3-day conference starting from 26th to 28th. Our first topic is basically we're looking at the diaspora and added value. And what can we do from the diaspora for homeland development? We're going to look at the day two, which is basically about Nigeria, the land of opportunity. What are the prospects and the challenges? And day three, we're going to be looking at the election 2019 in Nigeria. Well, not from the political perspective, but we are trying to look at what are going to be the plans of the political parties post 2019. How do they want to carry the diaspora along? And how
Exactly.
can that also affect migration and also national development? So these are the three things we'll be looking at. Most importantly, also within these three pillars, we are going to be flagging off a historic diaspora housing investment fund. We're going to be looking at a 20 million diaspora investment fund, which is going to target in building diaspora cities across the Nigerian states. We're going to be launching that. We are going to be having also the diaspora enrollment. Of course, you know that the diaspora voting, how many are we, the diaspora commission, and the rest of them, everything tied to the fact that we want to know how many are we in the diaspora. We don't have any big data in diaspora. That will be flagged off during the conference. And of course, we're expecting so many other side attractions, like the job amount will be there, which is going to help for job recruitment from the diaspora for Nigeria, as well as so many other diaspora projects we're going to be proposing or flagging off. So we are sure that with the publicity so far on the ground, we're
Yeah.
expecting a lot of people to take advantage of that.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chair. The fact is that some of the things you have made mention of will need a little bit of elaboration, just for the common man who is out there listening and those who are also going to listen after this very broadcast, because it will be on YouTube and thousands of people are going to watch it. So could you please throw a bit more light on some of these areas you've just made mention about, like the diaspora added value? In what manner? What are you expecting in that area?
Let me take one that I believe encompasses all. We're talking about diaspora registration, the big data. If we are flagging up this initiative, which is a head count, if you like, or a census, if you like, of all the Nigerians in diaspora, starting with Nigerians in Europe, for instance, we have to know how many of us are eligible to vote if we are going to have a diaspora voting. In terms of planning for economic development in Nigeria, how many are we in the diaspora? How many engineers do we have? How many doctors do we have? How many lawyers do we have? How many businessmen do we have? What kind of business are they doing? So the fact that we are going to be addressing these issues and coming up with a practical solution will help in homeland development in those areas mentioned. That's exactly one of the things we are hoping to gain from the conference. The second
Yes.
one I just mentioned is the housing. We're
Yes.
going to launch a $20 million dollars diaspora housing fund. I'm not a financial expert, and I will not say things that I probably will not be able to defend. But NIDOE is going to, as a sponsor, is going to work with serious financial institutions to raise or to float a diaspora housing fund. This housing fund will be used both as investment in housing in Nigeria, but targeting the diaspora. So either the diaspora can own their own house in Nigeria, or they can use that as an investment. So these are the things we are going to be expecting at the conference. And
Thank
we are
you.
going to have the experts who are going to be addressing us and we go into the nitty gritty of that, and we're able to answer all the questions that might arise from that.
Yeah, because somebody asked if this is the first time of its type, and if not, um, some time ago they heard that some monies were collected for this same housing project, but somehow they could not deliver. So how authentic are we going to deliver this time? So please, I would like you to tell our audience, how do we intend to deliver this project? How authentic is it?
Good question. What has been done in the past is that we had, I also experienced that we're collecting, people are contributing 50,000 naira or whatever, to go and register in Nigeria, where they would likely, have a land allocation and the rest of them. Well, what we are doing is we're not keying into any business, any government initiative. This is initiative floated by the diaspora for the diaspora, and we manage
Yeah.
by the diaspora. That's number one. Number two is a purely business model, which means once this fund is floated, the diaspora have a first right of refusal. But it does not really mean that it's going to be without the diaspora that the fund will not be floated. No, the fund will be floated, and every Nigerian in diaspora, being a DINO member or non-DINO member, is eligible to subscribe to the fund, and it's run purely as a purely business model with intent to provide housing in Nigeria, but also with intent to make profit. So it's going to be purely run as a business. And of course, you know that anything business is quite different from anything run partially by the government and expecting, to get one or two favor or the other. No, this is not about favor. This is purely business. So I don't see how it's not going to work.
Well, that's that's okay to hear, and very, very impressive. Chair, I can see that you are very, very sure that it's going to work. It's not going to be like what people experienced in the past. Is that?
It's purely simply investment. Investment with a return on profit. So anybody who wants to make a return on profit on we will invest. While we are investing for return on profit, we are also using that to invest on housing. So we are having a two-way approach. We are creating investment opportunities for the diaspora. We are creating housing for the diaspora and also housing for Nigerian in case they don't want to they want to use it for commercial purposes. So it's a purely business initiative that is going to. I don't see any reason why it's not going to work. Like I said,
Uh,
it's run purely by professionals and financial institutions.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, my third question is about another post that somebody just put out there regarding the upcoming, they said Diaspora Day also in Nigeria, and why are we calling this one also Diaspora Day? So, what's the difference between this one and that one that is going on in Nigeria? And then, do we also have the backing of the federal government to what we are doing? How do we answer this question?
Well, I wouldn't like to go into the background why we decided to have the Diaspora Development Conference since we have actually gone past that. But
Yeah.
for the fact that both the presidency and the House National Assembly are fully represented means that we are working together for national development. Now, one of my friends will normally say, to be precise, the chairperson UK South, we normally say, as long as it's for the national development, homeland development, bring it on.
The Continental Chair, Honorable Gbandi, regarding the upcoming first Nigerian in Diaspora Global Conference that is coming up on the 26th to the 28th of July in UK. So we are interviewing him to know more about what to expect since he is the visionary. Some of the highlights, some of the things that we will be getting, like the Jobberman, diaspora, job placement in all sectors of the economy, minerals exploration in Nigeria, the 20 million diaspora housing project investment, and also diaspora enrollment, and the data, big data national identity number scheme. Also, IT hubs and indigenous software development, and capacity building and human development. All of those things that would be discussed in this 3 day event in UK. So I also want to ask Honorable Chair Gbandi regarding the upcoming election, because you said that some lies will be thrown to us regarding to the election, upcoming election. So is it in regards to our voting right as diaspora, or just that the politicians are going to come and tell us their manifesto? How are we going to know which particular party to vote for?
All right. Thank you for that. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yeah, definitely. As you know, NIDOE is an apolitical organization, which means we are not involved in partisan politics. So what we're actually doing at the event, like I said, we want to know what are the plans of the politicians post 2019. How do they want to carry the diaspora along? We want to know what are the manifestos of the party that we think are in the interest of the diaspora. So these are the things that we'll be looking forward, hoping that we will debate that within ourselves, one, and if we have the privilege, like we have one or two confirmation of the political representative of different political parties that are going to come and shed light with us, and some will also come who are also aspirant as governors, as or presidential candidates. They're going to be there to discuss with us, to engage with us. Now, I keep on saying that if I have a party that assures that by 2019 they will do everything possible to make diaspora voting possible, I basically support that party. If I have a party that have in its manifesto that they will keep XYZ opportunities open where they can take people from the diaspora to head of organization, head of commissions, and the rest of them, or being appointed as special assistant from the governor level to the presidential level, I would definitely vote for such a party. So what it's all about is for us to have a robust engagement with those aspirants, have a robust engagement with those political parties, so that we will know what plans they have for us at the diaspora. So these are the things we'll be looking at. Of course, we'll have the opportunity to ask them a series of questions.
So, but Chair, you also know that when it is election time, politicians always would like to give some bubbles. They will say so many things they are not able to fulfill. So, how are we sure that when they come, they will not come and give us some of those their flimsy manifestos which they don't even fulfill? How are we sure? How are we sure if they promise us that they are going to give some offices, appoint some diasporans into ministerial offices and positions? How are we sure that they are going to deliver?
You're absolutely sure. There's no guarantee. And nobody can actually give you any assurance of such things. But what we intend to do is that when we listen to where they are manifesting, when we listen to their argument, we can, as diaspora, come up with a set of values or a set of ideas and a set of wish, so to say, if you like. And those political organizations, those aspirants who are willing to commit themselves for those ideals of the things that we're standing for. And we can have, what, if you like, call it a contract with the diaspora, where we are going to hold them responsible for what they promised us. And we'll remind them, we'll take any opportunity to remind them of what they said they would do, which they're either doing or they're not doing. So I think that's the way I think we should go about it. Like you said, there's no guarantee that anybody is going to assure you anything. But I know that if Mr. A comes or Party A comes and tell me this is what he's going to do with the diaspora, we will not forget that in a hurry, and we'll keep on reminding them or every opportunity.
But right now, are we eligible to vote?
Well, as far as we as far as we are current with, we have not gotten to that, but that does not mean it's a foregone deal. 2019 is still far. Uh, what we are wishing, what we are working for, what we are lobbying for, is for us to vote in 2019, which of course needs the amendment of certain areas of the constitution and needs the assent of the president. So it means that the presidency and the house are in the flesh to make it possible for diaspora voting 2019. But madam, why do we have to give up at this point? So to say that diaspora 2019 is very, very far, that it's not very far. I don't think we can reach that. It's actually giving them a way out. No, we think that 2019 is still possible, and we're going to be working, and we're going to keep the pressure up that the diaspora are going to vote in 2019.
So how far are we towards achieving this goal?
Well, I think that to be in sincereness and in fairness, so to say, we have a couple of amendments already by the House. INEC is working on that. The National Assembly is working on that. And how far they have gone, we are hoping and praying that we'll have somebody from INEC during the conference to probably also give us an update. We're also praying that our our chairperson on diaspora, chairman on diaspora affairs, Honorable Oji, will also have the privilege of having her, and so she will also be able to bring us up to speed with the development on the diaspora voting right. So, like I said, all hopes are not lost, and we are hoping that we'll still be able to vote in 2019.
So this very topic is very, very important to many diasporans because, as a matter of fact, even yesterday in our meeting, people were asking how far are we towards having this diaspora right to vote. So it's very, very important because people are looking forward to, that which can make us participate effectively. Because that we are in the diaspora doesn't mean that we are not Nigerians. So we must, if we are remitting money and then we are busy supporting the national development, I mean this also must be done so that gives us that fulfillment, that we are really Nigerians. So it gives us that satisfaction. So we cannot only just be looking forward towards national development, doing everything to carry investors and go, and then when it comes to voting, which is our legal right, and then we are just bargaining about it, and then it's like they are just tossing us and tossing us. But I believe in your leadership, Chair, and I know that in this era, something good will come out, and then we will successfully, get this voting right. What do you think?
I thank you again for the kind words. I appreciate that. Yes, we're working very, 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 very hard on that. What I would like to caution, or what I would like to appeal, let me not use that word caution, is that there's never there's no place in the world where reform comes on a platter of gold.
It's true.
We need to work hard for that. The INEC has a signified interest to have the diaspora voting right. National Assembly has signified interest to have the diaspora voting right. The presidency has signified, or the executive has signified interest to have the diaspora voting right. We need to keep the pressure up. We need to continue intensive lobbying. We need to reach out to those who we need to reach out to. We need to follow it up. We need to commit both human and financial resources to make it a reality. I think it will not be fair enough on our side to just sit down here and say, well, we're expecting them to do this and that. Yes, we have a right to demand that, but we also have the right to work towards
it. Well, that's okay. Can we talk a little bit on the data collection and the database for the diasporans? So what is anything wrong with it at this moment? Because I overheard you saying something regarding to NIMSI and all of that. So how do we intend to rectify that problem?
Now, we have an agency that is responsible for data collection in Nigeria, mandated by the federal government, which is called the National Identity Management, National ID Card Management Commission, NIMSI for short. This agency mandated to organize the data or to collect the data of Nigerians, both in Nigeria and in diaspora. And so what NIDOE is doing is to see how to work with this agency, directly or indirectly, to populate their data. Now, we have had this argument over and over again, where people say that we have individuals who have applied for that and they've not gotten their card up till now. Whether it's in the United States, whether it's in Germany, whether it's in the UK, we have national ID card number. Call it a green card number in the United States, or call it a social security number in Europe. We have this number. I think that's what Nigeria is looking at, which I think is a very, very good innovation. So without, thinking about holding the plastic card, without thinking about holding this tangible card, what's important is to register Nigerians, whether at home or abroad, into a national database where we can have this so-called national or this national identification number, which is paramount. Of course, we had that as from 2018, which has not been taken into effect. That without this number, you cannot be able to register to have a new passport. You cannot be able to renew your own. So that's why it's very, very important for us that we in the diaspora are not left behind. So what
Exactly.
this program is all about is to explore ways and explore way to work with this agency to populate their data. But of course, looking at it from the diaspora perspective. So what we are looking forward to do at the conference is to flag this off with all the technicalities and all the securities and the softwares involved. The details will merge during the diaspora day. But the fact is that we have this intention to assist this agency to enroll Nigerians in the diaspora into this identity card, into this national identification number. That's what we are looking at. And we are having our professionals and both from all the agencies involved to elaborate on that and how we are going to go about it. But what is sure that we're going to flag it up on this during the conference.
Would that be very possible with all of these rules regarding to data management and data collection and data? Would it be possible?
Absolutely. The institution, which is NIMSI, and I think also with the technical partners, they are very, very much, entrenched in the data protection services, and they know exactly what is required of them. I have no iota of doubt. The data are going to be collected within the highest standard required for both European Unions and also in Nigeria.
Thank you, Honorable Gbandi. I want to touch a little bit back on the registration aspect because when we were speaking on that, the line went off. So you said people can go online on our website to register
Absolutely.
for the upcoming conference,
Absolutely.
and which other avenue?
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry, madam.
Eventbrite. Oh, okay, okay. So are there other things apart from just the seminar, the conference, the workshop? Are there other side attractions?
Well, like I said, we're going to have a gala night. In this gala night, we're going to be recognizing the diaspora and the diaspora success story into the Diaspora Hall of Fame. And that's going to be the gala night for the 2028 to run it up. But like I said also, we're going to have one of the biggest recruiting agency in Africa, Jobaman. Jobaman is going to is going to be available on the conference to, if you like, scout or to get job placement for diasporans who might want to relocate back to Nigeria. So they're going to be there, fully represented, and then we're hoping that we have one or two success stories where we have the diaspora who might wish to relocate back to Nigeria. We have the opportunity to get a job placement. That is going to happen.
Oh, that's great.
We
That's
also want to
awesome.
flag up,
So the Jobaman is coming, and then they are going to. This is an agency that is specialized in what job recruitment
exactly.
to those who are living here down to Nigeria.
Exactly. For the diaspora whom I wish to get one or two job placements in Nigeria, they are going to make that opportunity. So they are going to be, they are like a job recruiting agency. So they are going to be on the ground, and they are going to be scouting for diaspora whom I wish to go back to Nigeria, and see where they can place them in different sectors in Nigeria.
That's very, very interesting. So this job man only gets job for those who want to settle down in Nigeria. But what about people who are in Europe? Do they also get jobs for them?
Well, they are, like I said, they are placement agency. They have their network covers both Europe and Nigeria. That's why they are coming to Europe. They are coming to Europe to actually look for diasporas who are qualified and who
Yeah.
are willing to go back to Nigeria. Yeah, that's what they are coming to do.
Awesome. Now, May I know, this Diaspora Day, is it only just for people in NIDOE or it is just for all diasporans?
Good question, man. Thank you for bringing that up. It's called Diaspora Day or Diaspora Global Conference. It's not called NIDO Global Conference, which means it's for all Nigerians in diaspora, irrespective of the fact that we are in NIDO or not. As a matter of fact, we are working with a couple of sister organizations. We're working with Kanu, which is the one of the Nigerian communities in UK. They are actively on board. And we have the ANID. ANID is also based in America, and they are also supporting us in this program. We have
Okay.
Nidan. Nidan is based in Nigeria, but it's the alumni network of the Nigerians who are back in Nigeria. They are all on
Yeah.
board. So it's for all Nigerians. It's not for NIDO members. It's for all Nigerians. But don't forget that NIDO is structured to be the umbrella organization of all Nigerians in diaspora,
Yeah.
irrespective of organization. So we welcome all the organizations on board. And as a matter of fact, many of them are also interested. Now, the Pan Yoruba organization, which is the Odudu, I hope I'm not
Odua.
Odua, exactly. Odua, thank you for bringing that up. And they are fully involved in that. And the founder, our able traditional ruler, the Kanga of Yoruba land, have actually endorsed that. And all the members in Europe will be participating. The Igbo International World Igbo Congress, their European chapters will also be participating. Why do I mention these two organizations? Because it's not only about the professionals, it's not only about the cultural organization, it's not only about the Nigerian association, it's also about the cultural organizations that
Okay.
cut across ethnics. They are all going to be participating. So yes, the answer is for all Nigerians in the diaspora.
Wow. Is there any dress code?
Well,
Because yeah, because I mean to showcase
well,
us, I mean you recently were in Austria. Chia, you recently were in Austria to celebrate with the Austrians regarding to their Adire festival and their business forum. So I mean I saw on Facebook all of those regalia and all of that. So in this one now, since some of these cultural groups are being brought in, so are we going to have a sort of regalia?
I would like to, keep out of that kind of controversy for now. But of course, it's going to be a welcome idea if we'll be able to proudly display our cultural values. And
Yeah.
so, I think it's going to be an enrichment to the conference. Rather than having a dress code, which I would like, I think is well, my view, I don't think it's absolutely something that we need to discuss, but I think it will be very, very great if the different associations come in and if the Nigerians come in, they can also flag their cultural identities. I think that will add value to the conference.
So, Chair, let me just ask you sincerely, because I've been watching so many other continental chairs. As a matter of fact, this is the first time we are going to have this. Is it out of your own initiative or just somehow, or you picked it somehow, somewhere, that we can have such a huge project?
Well, if you look at the letter of invitation that was sent out, we will mention that the foundation for the Global Diaspora Conference was made as far back as 2009
And
during
what hindered it?
one of the diaspora days. But unfortunately, it has not been able to be to see the light of the day until now. So I will not say it's something new. No, it has been something that we've been planning for the past since 2009. We're just having the privilege and the opportunity to be able to bring it to life.
Awesome. So do we have so many speakers that are coming?
Absolutely,
Do we have also government authorities that are coming
absolutely,
to support this huge event?
absolutely.
How different is it really gonna be? Yeah, I mean, I'm just projecting myself. I've been in the diaspora event in Nigeria in Abuja, and then now it's gonna be here. So how different is it really gonna be? I
Well, I
think
think
how different is it
what
gonna
we
be?
have taken time to analyze, we'll just show you that it's not going to be the usual. I will be very very careful to use the word jamboree. It's not going to be the usual jamboree. It's not going to be the usual. talk show. And to be honest with you, I have to say that where we are going to have the first 2 3 hours, where we'll have ministers to come and address us, and after that, the leave and the hall is empty, and we end up addressing ourselves. No, it's not going to be that. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why we decided to, to take this initiative. And I would say it's not going to be business as usual. So with all those projects we've mentioned, it is very clear that the conference is going to be project driven, project oriented. And that is
Yes,
basically different
project
from what
oriented.
we have in the past. And then we've just mentioned a two key initiative, diaspora enrollment and the diaspora housing project. These are something that we've never experienced in the history of the diaspora. And also we're looking at the job and man job placement. We've never had that in the diaspora, at least under this umbrella. And then we're going to have a lot of startups that are going to be presenting their project. And then I would not like to probably, state certain things now that are not very, very, fixed. But we're expecting that in the next few weeks, we're going to have a high level stakeholders in Nigeria that will be participating, and also the government that will be participating in this development.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Are there some with this sort of huge investment? I believe the financial commitment will also be very, very huge. Are there something you want to say to those who are listening to us? I mean, in the area of sponsorship and supporting us in this whole event, because the investment will be very, very huge. So, what do you want to say to those who are watching us, and also those who may be potential sponsors?
Thank you, madam, for giving me that opportunity. Of course, you know that every event of this magnitude requires a lot of finance. As a matter of fact, the last projection we had about 50,000 pounds to be able to run the conference. That's at it's a very, very conservative estimate. And of
Yeah.
course, as we are small, I think currently as of today, we have over 300 people who have registered online. So we're expecting that before the month runs out, we are going to have a large number of people who are going to register. And don't forget that the event is free. Apart from the dinner night, the conference is a free participation. So it
Yes.
means that we're expecting a lot of companies. We're not asking you to give us money. No, we've moved beyond that. We are asking a lot of companies that have interest in Nigeria to come and look at the potential Nigerians have to offer, irrespective of our challenges in the areas of security. And as a matter of fact, one of the areas that we might also be looking at is the issue of security. So we're asking companies who have solutions, who think they have something to offer Nigeria, to come on board as sponsors so that we can give them a
Exactly.
platform to be able to present what they have to do. So I'm calling on all companies, investment firms that are interested in exploring opportunities in Nigeria to come on board as sponsors so that we can have a win-win situation with the conference.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Well, that is very. This is an interview with the Continental Chair of NIDOE Europe, Honorable Kenneth Gbandi. We are discussing on the upcoming the Diaspora Day event that is taking place on the 26th to the 28th of July in UK. Uh, so I have this opportunity to invite all the aspirants to make this date, mark it in your agenda, and please, UK, I mean, it's a central location, so every one of us can easily buy our tickets, even begin to buy your ticket with train, with bus, with flight. You can always find your way to UK. So it's going to be an exciting time. This is the first of its kind. So it will also be a very powerful environment to network with other professionals. So are there some criteria? Somebody asked this question yesterday in choosing those who must be in this Hall of Fame, which is going to climax this whole gala night.
Yes, of course, madam. Like I said, we need to look at, we have a lot of diasporan who have gone back to Nigeria and who have successfully established in Nigeria and making, real progress and contributing to the development of Nigerian economy. We have some diasporans who are here in the diaspora who are not only helping to create job opportunity for the country they are living, but also helping transfer of knowledge and resources in one way or the other to Nigeria. We have a lot of Nigerians who have impacted the life of Nigerians here in the diaspora. And so these are the people that we'll be looking for into the Hall of Fame. And we're just saying that um, we're encouraging them to do more and to encourage other people also who, I mean, if they can leave their comfort zone, everybody can afford to be in their comfort zone. But there are people who have chosen to leave their comfort zone to put one or two initiatives together for homeland development. These are the people we'll be looking at.
Awesome. Awesome. Chair, before we sign up, would you please tell us the real location for this conference and then emphasize to us again few things we're supposed to know.
Well, the conference is going to be, like you rightly said, it's going to be the first time of such conference in the diaspora. Um, we, as diaspora, like I mentioned when you asked the question about diaspora voting, I agree that we need to work very hard to be able to put those people, the policymakers, put them under necessary pressure, to do the right thing. So I think we need to continue with that. We can't afford to stop because that will be giving them, getting them off the hook. So I'm appealing to all Nigerian in diaspora to, like you rightly said, get book on time, get easy jet, get the bus. This all road leads to UK, and I think
Yes.
we can manage that. The venue is the CEME Conference Center,
Yeah.
which is in Marsh Way in London, United Kingdom. I think if you visit our website, the venue is boldly stated in all our flyers and all our conference material. So I will beg all the diaspora and tag your friends, use it as your profile, post it, share it, let it keep on going around until it gets to all the Nigerians in diaspora. And so
Yes.
we're counting on them. That we're not only going to be expert in remitting 20 or 32 billion dollars to Nigeria. Let us take our own destiny into our hand by designing how the diaspora need to engage with the federal government, by designing and promoting when and how we need to vote, by selecting those people or by supporting those people we think will make a transformation of Nigeria of our wish, by encouraging investors and to, what we call, join them in a partnership to invest in Nigeria. The challenges are there. It's difficult. There's no two ways about it. The security situation in Nigeria is a challenge, but we will make it happen if we all get engaged rather than staying outside and criticize. So I ask all the aspirants to come on board in this conference as a foundation of new diaspora engagement with the federal government and for Nigeria as a whole.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, we've heard it, and I think the information is very, very, very clear. It's going to be a very exciting moment, and also people are going to at least have the opportunity of learning a lot. There are certain questions we will not be able to ask when we are down there, but when we are here and these people are here, we will be able to face them and we will be able to ask some certain questions, more especially regarding to the upcoming election and also the database issue. So I think if we really, really, really want to be very patriotic and know that we are patriotic citizens, this is the right time, those of us in the diaspora, to come together and make our voice known, and then we can take our destiny in our own hands. Thank you, Honorable Chair Gbandi, and we call on those other friends of Nigeria, those who have things doing in Nigeria, and those who also want to invest in Nigeria to sponsor this project, because I believe this is the right place and the right time for companies like Shell to support us full time. Companies like Vlisco in Netherlands. This is the time for you. We wear your abada, you call it abada Hollandis. This is the time to come in your full swing to, support this project, like MoneyGram, Western Union, and the rest of you. This is the time. And so I believe also other Nigerians who are out there who are listening, who really want to, push this program forward, please feel free to contact us on our website and fill some of those forms and see how you can, put your logo, how you can buy a stand where you can also showcase what you are doing. So this is the time we are not only calling on those big time investors. We also want our own Nigerians who are doing something, who want to showcase something, showcase what they are doing, to also take up this challenge and make sure that they help us to push this whole Diaspora Day event forward. Chair, is there another thing you think you want to say before we sign up?
No, thank you very much. Just want to thank you again for the privilege and opportunity to appear on your very, very prominent program and on the Majesty TV. I'll be
Yes.
looking forward to coming back again. And I thank you and the whole of the editorial team for having me on your program.
Thank you, Honorable Chair Gbandi. Thank you so much. God richly bless you. And that is it for now. And we look forward to having all the Nigerians in this very project, this very upcoming conference on the 26th to the 28th of July. All leg leads to what? Semen Conference Center in Rainham, East London. Remember, registration is free. It's only the gala night that you have to pay about £75 if you are coming alone. But if you are two, I think it's about 100 and something pounds. And then you can also take a table, buy a table with you and your friends, and then you pay. Just go to our website. You will see those prices, and then you just make a date with us. 26th to 28th of July. Come and share yourself with us and partner with other partners who are successful. God richly bless you as we look forward to meeting you in Seme Conference Center in UK. Thank you so much, Honorable Chair Gbandi, and that is it for now.
Thank you.
Bye.